Hello and welcome to my favorite crafty things of 2017. This is Jennifer McGuire and today we're starting the series with favorite stamps. Before I dive in, I do want to mention a few things. First, if you didn't catch my quick introduction video about this series, I posted it a couple days ago. I'll link to it here, be sure to check that out. Second, I am also going to provide a link to my blog. On my blog, I'll have discount codes, giveaways, and videos to projects that I've done using the products that I use today. I can't link them all here on YouTube. There's too many. So if you go to my blog, you'll be able to find the videos using some of these products if you're looking for inspiration. Now, I will warn you, this is a very lengthy video, and that is because I've included a lot of stamp sets. I really work hard to kind of pull together a collection with good variety so that there's a little something for everyone. So consider this like you're walking into a department store and there's all these mannequins with all these different outfits and you're looking at them and deciding if any of them would work for you. That's what I'm doing today with a variety of stamps. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this and start with sentiment stamps, since really that's the heart of every card that we make. I felt it was appropriate to start with what I feel is the best stamp set of 2017, and that is the Hero Arts You Are Loved stamp set. The reason I like this stamp set so much is the sentiments in here are all sentiments of encouragement that you could use with loved ones and strangers, and I really feel our world could use that bit of kindness right now. A nice thing about this stamp set also is that part of the proceeds go to the Kind campaign to help end bullying. I've used this stamp set in many videos, and I'm going to show some of the cards here on the screen. I wish I still had the cards, but I have sent them all out. But if you go to my blog, again, I will have links to the videos that show these products, so be sure to check that out. Next, we have the Clearly Besotted Tiny Type stamp set. This is one of those magnificent stamp sets that includes pretty much every sentiment you could possibly need. And I like that they're small, so you can add them pretty much anywhere you want on a card. I also like that there are more generic sentiments, such as just because and just a note, which really works with any occasion. Next up is the My Favorite Things More Essential Sentiments stamp set. Now this one has a lot of variety too, but they're a little more playful, like You Are My Happy Place, The World Needs More of You, I Miss Your Hugs, Hey You, Hello There. I've been reaching for this one a lot because I really like how simple the font is, so it works with any style of card. Another stamp set that you can use for many different occasions is the Avery Elle Sentiments 2. I like that this has these long cursive words that stretch across a card, but then there are the smaller sentiments that you can put with it to build up different messages. And by the way, there is a die set available that cuts those cursive words. Next, we have the stamp set that has a permanent home on my desk because I use it so often, and that is the Altenew Crafty Friends stamp set. This has so many sentiments in it that are all fun for sending cards to fellow crafty friends. I really like the variety of fonts or styles on these sentiments, and I have a lot of videos using this one. So 2017 is the year that Jennifer McGuire fell in love with Gina Designs products. I have a lot of them on my favorite crafty things list, and the first one is this All About You stamp set. I like that every sentiment in this set is so uplifting and encouraging and would brighten anyone's day. And also it's a smaller set, so the price point is wonderful. This year I found myself making more hello cards because I could use them for many different occasions. And this stamp set from Create a Smile is fantastic because there are different styles of the word hello, so you can find just what you need for whatever card you're creating. Also, there are the small words that you can team up with the large words to kind of make the sentiment a little more special. Another great set from Hero Arts is the thank you messages. I send quite a few thank you notes also, and I like that these are good size, a variety of styles, and say thank you in a few different ways, so you can change things up. I also like that there are the shaped stamps too, so you can add them just about anywhere on a card. Next we have the Honeybee Blah 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 stamp set. This one is very different. It has a lot of realistic sentiments, that admits that life can be challenging sometimes. I like the I'm here for you, it's going to be okay, please send coffee, life happens. And I did do a card using this that says, do I have to adult today? I think these are fun and playful and can cheer up just about anyone. This large stamp set from the Inkblot shop is called Kindness and Thanks, and it's another one of those that you can use in many ways to build many sentiments. I like that it includes the words kindness and joy and support and thankful, because you can really create some wonderful encouragement sentiments using this. Here we have the Jains Doodles You've Got This set. Now I've used this one in a few different videos. I like the style of these encouragement sentiments and the fact that they fit nicely in the center of a vertical card. I really like handwritten sentiments, and a great one is the My Favorite Things Handwritten Happiness. Now these are all like celebration or birthday sentiments, and I didn't have many handwritten sentiments with birthday wishes, so this was a perfect one. I've used that Oh Happy Day on several different cards. I also like that these are thin lined, so they're a little more subtle on your card, so you can easily add them just about anywhere. Another stamp set that I found myself using a lot this year is the Pretty Pink Posh Everyday Greetings. In fact, I think when this one came out, I emailed Pauline of Pretty Pink Posh and I begged for more in the style because I really like the look of it. It also covers a lot of different occasions, including get well, thank you, congrats, and more. Now this next stamp set I haven't had a chance to use yet, but when I got it in the mail, I did a little bit of a happy dance, so I figured I needed to include it on this list. This is Mama Elephant's Scripty Notes stamps. Like the style of it, but even more, I like how unique some of these sentiments are, including big squishy hugs, no one compares to you, you're my favorite, and hello gorgeous. So Papertrey Ink has this fantastic pen and ink stamp set. Now this one includes a lot of scripty type sentiments that cover pretty much every occasion you could possibly want. And there are some unique ones like You're on My Mind, The Best Is Yet to Come. I am telling you, it pretty much covers everything. Now there are actually 2 4x6 stamp sets in here, so it's kind of hard to tell from the packaging, but there are 2 different sets, and I actually store the sets separately since I want to be able to see each of the sentiments on them. I really like this handwritten looking font because I don't have great handwriting, so I truly love to fake it. Okay, next we have the Lawn Fawn Love Letters. I just think this could be possibly the cutest stamp set of all time with the little envelopes in the center. That would be great to stamp on your actual envelopes. And also some tiny sentiments that work in little areas on cards. Now probably the type of stamp set that I get questions about the most is Sympathy. So I'm really excited about this beautiful Sympathy stamp set that Paper Smooches came out with this year. I also like the You Are on My Mind and You Are in My Prayers and Everything Will Be Okay that you can use for other challenging times too. Another from Paper Smooches is the Kindness Sampler. There are just some very sweet sentiments in this set. You are one in a million, you are a blessing, wishing you a beautiful day, and hoping to make you smile are some of my favorites. I've used this one on cards many times. They just seem to work with a variety of cards. You can pretty much team it up with anything. Another that I've been using quite often is the Power Poppy Nice Things to Say, because there are lots of different styles in here and some great unique sentiments like warm hugs, sending healing thoughts, love and thanks, you are so kind, and I'm so excited for you. This is another set that has a permanent spot on my desk because I like it so much. Here we have the Pink and Main Awesome Family. I send a lot of cards to family, so this one is perfect because I can personalize it to who I'm sending it to, either to my brother or to my parents or to my aunt. This one can make those cards extra special for family members. You can also use those large words, awesome, amazing, and outstanding, for other cards too. The Essentials by Ellen Totally Random Sayings stamp set is a very unique one. There are some playful sentiments in the fun handwriting, but there are also these little sentiments on the bottom that say, I miss your face, happy everything, have a magical day, and you are one of a kind, that are perfect for stamping on the inside of cards or even on envelopes. I've used this one recently in a video and I just love the look of it. Another new set that I just purchased and I am so excited about is the Echo Park Eat, Sleep, and Craft set. This is definitely a favorite because it's so unique. You have Eat, Sleep, Craft, Repeat. All good things come to those who craft. The answer is crafting, and it doesn't matter what the question is. Really fun and playful and great for sending cards to crafty friends. Okay, so now it's time to switch gears and talk about background stamps. I have a few favorites that I wanted to share with you. The first is the Darkroom Door Elegant Script. I used this one in a video recently, and it is just absolutely beautiful. It looks gorgeous tone on background of any card. This is a high quality cling stamp, and it really gives excellent results. Okay, next we have the Concord and 9th Plaid background stamp. I think this stamp set pretty much took the crafting world by storm because it was so popular. It is gorgeous. All you do is you stamp that plaid background, then you can use the lines to stamp on top of it in a different color to create custom pattern papers. Absolutely gorgeous. I've used it in a video and I'll definitely be using it again soon. Okay, so next we have the Concord and 9th Triangle Turnabout stamp set. This was the first Turnabout stamp set that Concord and 9th came out with. This stamp you actually stamp 4 times, rotating between each stamp, and you can create a beautiful colorful background using any inks you want. I have a video that shows how to do this. Since then, Concord and 9th has come out with many Turnabout stamps, but this one, the original, is definitely the favorite. Another Turnabout that I personally like is this Sunshine Turnabout. Now you can use that center image to create a colorful sunshine, but these sentiments are fantastic. You radiate kindness, you make everything shine. I've been using those quite a bit, and I loved making that sunshine background with the Turnabout stamp. Again, I have a video that shows how to do that, and I link it over on my blog. Next, we have a cling stamp set from My Favorite Things that's called Floral Fantasy. This one, when you stamp it, reminds me of coloring book pages. So I've stamped this with black ink on white cardstock, and I just grab it along with some colored pencils, and I take it with me for some on-the-go coloring. It's just beautiful. Next is the Simon Says Stamp Center Cut Kaleidoscope stamp. This was actually an idea I have, but since I don't do product design, it's not my thing, I asked my uber talented friend Christina Werner to design it, and I am in love. It's fun because you can take that little center out so that you have an opening where you can stamp a sentiment, or you can use it with the center in so you can have a solid background. And I have requested more, so I'm hoping they come out with more backgrounds like this because I think it is such a great way to get more out of a background stamp. Background stamps like this one are excellent for a variety of techniques. Here we have the Simon Says Stamp Ornate Background. I think this is just gorgeous. It has such beautiful detail to it, and it's very unique. Now this one you could stamp and color, but I think it's beautiful for a tone-on-tone background or for other techniques, such as this one here where I put down silver embossing and then I colored embossed with this ornate stamp set. Simon Says Stamp also has a variety of background stamps with like this pattern that kind of radiates from the center. There are many beautiful ones, but my favorite is the Flora background stamp. It's great for a variety of techniques, and I like how it kind of focuses in on the center of the card. Here we have the Tim Holtz Flurry and Pine stamp set. There are 2 backgrounds in here. Now I think these are meant for holiday cards, but I use them all year round. The one on the left has a great masculine look to it that would work great for a tone-on-tone background. And then the one on the right you could use for a snow background or kind of like a confetti background, just dots or paint splatter on the back of a card. The Inkblot Shop Plaid background stamp, I have a video coming very soon using this one. It just is a classic plaid background. It looks beautiful when you white heat emboss on a white note card, just a little bit of interest to the background, or you can use like a shimmer ink with this one on any colored cardstock. Really like how detailed this is. The last background stamp I have on my list is the Brutus Monroe Enchanted Rose. This one is gorgeous. It has like this etching detail to it. This one is gorgeous, gold heat embossed on colored cardstock. And I'm actually working on a set of note cards that I'm going to give to my mother-in-law as a gift. And I thought this background was beautiful. Okay, so let's cover a few envelope stamp sets. We spend a lot of time making these cards. We should really make our envelopes look nice too. The first two are from Gina. This is the Happy Mail stamp set. I've used this on so many different envelopes. I like to white heat emboss it on a color envelope, and I love that little envelope with the heart. Now the Homemade Goodness stamp set, this one works for stamping on envelopes, or you can stamp it on the back of your card too. Lila likes to use the one that says Made with Love By on the back of the cards that she makes, and then she signs it. Now the My Favorite Things Love is in the Mail stamp set is a small set also with a good price point, and it has lots of sentiments that are excellent for stamping along the flap of your envelope. Now this fun miniature stamp set from Technique Tuesday is called It's a Masterpiece, and I love how playful and fun these are to remind the person that you spend quite a bit of time making the card that's inside of the envelope. And from Papertrey Ink, we have Happy Mail. Now this small stamp set has the message A Little Happy Mail, many different fonts, so you can find one in the perfect style for the card that's inside of your envelope. And here you can see how large the sentiments are. They fit perfect on that envelope flap. Next, I have some stamp and die combos. These are stamp sets whose coordinating dies really work well together. This is the Birch Press Love and Miss You stamp set. I've used this one many times, and I have some videos coming up with it. These cursive words are so beautiful, and you can get the coordinating dies to cut them out perfectly. Here I silver heat embossed the Hello stamp on the coordinating die, and I love the detail of it. This works great because you can add it just about anywhere on your card. There are also in this stamp set the little sentiments that go underneath or with those cursive words, or you can use them alone. Along the same lines, but with different sentiments, is the Birch Press Just Because. I couldn't choose just one of these sets because I really like them that much. These also have coordinating dies available so you can cut them out nicely. This one has To My Crafty Friend, which I've been using quite often. Now talk about beautiful. This script Hello is gorgeous. I've used it in a video before. The nice thing about it is you can stamp this along with the little sentiments underneath it. There are some that are playful and there are some that are traditional. And there is a coordinating die available to cut out that word hello. And look how pretty this looks. So I stamped hello with a peach ink and then die cut it from the white paper, and you can add that just about anywhere on my card. In fact, you can create hello cards and then go back and add the little sentiment underneath it for whatever occasion you need when it's time to mail. Now this Hero Arts Blessing stamp and die set comes together, so they both come together. I've used this many times before, but I can't find it in my stash, so I had to buy it to share in this video. Now the die cuts out the word perfectly, or you can use the die by itself or the stamp set by itself. Now there are holiday sentiments in here, such as Christmas and Hanukkah and Easter, but there are also more generic sentiments so that you can use this one throughout the year. The Concord and 9th Dahlia Turnabout stamp set and die is something that I used in a video recently. This is one of their turnabout stamps that you can stamp 4 times, rotating each time, to create a colorful image. And the die is fun because you can use it along with it. There are also obviously some beautiful sentiments in it. Be sure to check out the video on this one. It's such a unique product. Another really unique one that totally stole my heart this year is the Concord and 9th Blooms Fill-In Stamp. Now this set is one that I have used many times to create my own colorful backgrounds. Now the die set is nice also because it cuts out part of the background, but then there's this unique shape here that you can use the stamps along with, and also some other little dies that cut out images in this set. So these are really nice to use together. I also really like that You Matter to Me sentiment. I think that's just something that we could send to just about anyone. Again, I have a video showing lots of examples using this one. Okay, layering stamps. I am a big fan of layering stamps, and I know many of you are too. I think the best one this year is the Altenew Build a Rose combo. Now this actually comes with the coordinating die, and this rose actually has 6 images that you can stamp on top of each other to create the most realistic looking rose. It is fantastic. I've got a video showing many different color combinations. I also like that the leaves have multiple layers to create a very realistic looking leaves too. Another that you can tell I've used quite often this year is the Altenew Treasure stamp set. I used it so much I decided it's hard to tell what it is, so I had to put in the real image over here on the right. Beautiful layering images, and I like that the outline is included on this stamp set. So you can use it with the layering or just use the outline alone by itself. Here's the Gina K Lovely Lilies stamp set. This was a beautiful one too. Many layers, includes the outline too, and I like that it includes this little detail image on the bottom to add tiny little dots to the center of the flower, creating the most realistic flower ever. And again, there are some beautiful leaves with lots of layers too. Here you can see how beautiful that layering is when it's all combined together. Okay, so here we have the Hero Arts Color Layering Poppy stamp set. This is one of the first color layering stamp sets that I used, and it gives beautiful poppies. My grandmother grew the most beautiful poppies, so this stamp set is really special to me. Here you can see the poppies stamped in first generation on the left and in second generation on the right for a softer look. Next, we have the My Favorite Things Beautiful Butterflies stamp set. I like this set because it has a more modern feel to it, and it's very easy to layer. Now, I stamped one of these butterflies very quickly so you could see it. I'm currently working on a set of note cards where I just do one of the butterflies with a simple sentiment under it, and I'm making a variety of colors of cards, and it'll be a teacher gift that I share. Next, we have the Right at Home Sunflower. This creates the most beautiful sunflower. This one is also one that I'm using to create a set of note cards from one of my daughter's teachers because I heard she loves sunflowers. It creates a beautiful, realistic flower. Here's the key from Right at Home so you can see what it looks like because I haven't finished my projects yet. Really gives a lot of detail to it so you can create something that looks very dimensional. This one's new and it's from Winnie and Walter. I have a project in the works with this one. This is called The Very Merry Flowers. Now it has holiday sentiments in the center, but this is something that can be used all year round. And I like this set because it has lots of small things. So you can build up a fun background, create a wreath, or even use those smaller images along with other stamp sets that you may have. And here you can see how you can create flowers, little clusters of berries, and even leaves with this set. Now, I usually don't include seasonal stamp sets in my favorite things list, but I just had to include the Sunny Studio Pretty Pumpkin set. This creates the most realistic looking pumpkins, and it's very easy to layer. I think this would be great to use anytime during the fall. You don't have to limit it to just Halloween or Thanksgiving. Here we have the W+9 Rose Builder stamp set. This is another one that I am using right now to create custom stationery for one of my son's teachers, and it creates beautiful modern looking roses. And I really like the leaves that go with it also. And there are 2 sizes of roses in the stamp set, so you can create a beautiful little cluster. I'm also using the W+9 Hellebore Builder stamp set for some custom note cards. Now this creates like a beautiful detailed flower, and what I really like are the leaves. There are different leaves in here in different styles, so I can use them with these flowers or other flowers also. And it has a lot of detail layers to create a beautiful, realistic looking flower. Now it's time for the final category of stamps, and this includes just other fun stamp sets that were released this year. Here we have the Avery Elle Time to Party stamp set. What's fun about this one is you can personalize it for whoever you're sending the card to. So inside the happy birthday cake, you can put 8th or 39th or 67th, anything you want, and you can even stamp the numbers in the balloons in the bottom image. Now, I'm a big fan of floral stamp sets, and this one from Clearly Besotted is called Sending Sunshine, and it has this beautiful cluster of flowers that is really excellent for practicing your coloring. I also like the sentiments in here, including You Brighten My Day, Birthday Wishes, Sending Sunshine, and To You From Me. Now, from Mama Elephant is the Botanical Hello stamp set. You can color these beautiful flowers with the word hello set inside. In fact, they just came out with another one that has thanks just like this. And I also like the little sentiments that you can stamp underneath or inside of the card. And by the way, that little stitched double line there stamps perfectly along an envelope flap too. Here we have the Neat and Tangled Backdrop stamp. Now this is just a solid image that you could maybe ink up with multiple colors, just spritz with water, and then stamp for like a watercolor block background. But it's also perfect for doing mirror stamping. I have a video coming out in just a couple days showing how to use this for mirror stamping. It's a great must-have stamp. Here we have the Pink Fresh Studio Playful Animals 2. This stamp set is filled with dogs and cats, which is perfect for both dog and cat lovers. And I really like the tiny little sentiments in here, including cause for celebration, thank you for your friendship, and wishing you the best. I just think this is one of the sweetest stamp sets that has come out this year. And you can see I did a simple card adding some stitching details using one of the cats and dogs. Now the Poppy Stamps Little Kindness stamp set is just a very sweet set with very special sentiments in it, including your kindness is appreciated and seriously, how nice are you? And then it also has these beautiful flowers that are very easy to color in. Or you could just tone on tone stamp them to create a beautiful background. Now this reverse confetti hanging blossom stamp set caught my eye because it's so unique. I didn't have anything like this, and I like the sentiments in it also. I created a masculine card using this for my dad for his birthday, and I just did some gold and white heat embossing. The Simon Says Stamp Kind Flowers large stamp set is definitely a favorite of mine because of the kindness sentiments, and you can make a variety of different cards out of this. There are also these beautiful like thin stamp images on the bottom that are great to just add here and there on a card or on the inside of the card. I think this is one of those that I'll be reaching for a lot this year. Here we have the Studio Katia Teacher's Apple stamp set. Now I'll tell you, I make a lot of teacher cards and I struggle finding teacher stamp sets. I like this one because I can make a little happy face apple or a little pencil too. And I can build up different sentiments from these images on the bottom, including some sentiments that I can use to create cards for my kids. I think it's good to have a few great alphabet stamp sets, and this year I really like the Tailored Expressions Sassy Alphabet. Now this one just has a fun and playful look to it, and I use this to stamp names on the front of cards or on tags of presents. My Favorite Things has the Modern Trees. This just really has a beautiful modern look to it. Again, this works for masculine cards if you struggle with those. And I like to do like a faux watercolor with the leaves and then gold heat emboss the tree trunk. And you can create beautiful, simple cards using this set. You can definitely use these trees for any season. Here we have the Waffle Flower Layering Marble stamp set. This is another very unique stamp set. And you can stamp these in different shades of the same color to create this faux marble look that you can see on the card here. It's very realistic looking and great for kind of a modern or masculine looking card where you just need a little something in the background. Another one from Waffle Flower that I really like is the Pretty Wings stamp set. Again, I'm using this one for some teacher cards this Christmas. I've got a lot of cards to make. Anyways, here's a key to show you all the different colorful butterflies that you can create with it, and even some flowers too. I like that you can just change up the colors to get different looks and create a beautiful card set. W+9's Kind Soul stamp set won me over with this beautiful cluster of flowers, but also the wonderful sentiments. I'm proud to call you my friend, and you have a beautiful and kind soul. This one is beautiful, and I did create a set of cards where I stamped the image and then I cut it in half to create 2 cards. This really has a gorgeous look to it. Now this one is just fun and great for those of us, like me, who have control issues. I love the look of ink splatter. However, I like to kind of control it, and this is perfect for that. You can stamp and maybe heat emboss this on the backdrop of a card. This is from Your Next Stamp, and they have a variety of splatter stamps like this, but this one's definitely my favorite. Now, I know a lot of card makers are cat lovers. I happen to be a dog person because cats make me sneeze and stop breathing. But for all you cat lovers, we have the scratch pad. I just think this is fun and it's playful, a lot of encouragement sentiments on it. And I just can't get enough of how cute these cats are. And I have a card in the work using this to send to my friend Christina Werner, of course, because she's my cat girl. Okay, we have the Little Inker Wreath of Roses. This is one of my favorite sets from this year because there is this beautiful wreath of flowers, and these sentiments are gorgeous. The Kindness Matter one is definitely a favorite of mine. This is beautiful, just gold heat embossed with a little bit of watercolor in each of the flowers. And I have a video coming up with this in the new year. Now, one of the newer stamp companies in our industry is Jains Doodles, and they have a lot of cute, adorable stamp sets. But the one that really caught my eye is the Interactively Yours stamp set. These are lots of tiny little images that are perfect for using on your interactive cards. So if you create something that's interactive, you can stamp press me or squeeze me or shake me or pull here. Anything you need to kind of let the reader know that this card is interactive. And there are also a few things that you can stamp on the envelope of your card too. Now, I am really excited about this new Flora and Fauna stamp set. I like the style of their stamps because they're kind of doodly and hand-drawn looking, and I can't draw, so I feel like I can kind of fake that look. And I like that this one has sweet sentiments and that cute little envelope that you can stamp on just about any card, and maybe even tuck a little critter inside. Okay, so there you have it, my favorite stamps from this year. Boy, was that hard to pull that list together. There are so many great companies out there, and I feel I deserve a nap now, or I really, really need one. Anyways, be sure to head to my blog, because on my blog I have discount codes that are really fantastic. I also have links to the projects that I created using these favorite stamps from today, and much more information. Sometimes it's better to just look at the list to see them all. I also link some of the things down below in my YouTube description, but they don't all fit. So go to my blog for more sources and all of that additional information. I really appreciate you spending this time here with me today. Be sure to come back for the next video, which covers my favorite dies of 2017. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.